Hello everyone, it's Alex. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. Today I have a tag video for you guys. You guys know I'm a fan of tag videos, and this one was created by the lovely Lisa Lobotomy. I actually saw this tag being done by Angelica Nikvis. I think that's how you say your name. I always butcher it, but you guys know who I'm talking about. I saw her do this tag and I thought it was fun because I'm always raving about the most beautiful, wonderful things, and why not talk about the bad and the boring? So there are a few questions and I wanted to share it with you guys. So we're gonna get right into this tag. So question number one, a foundation finish you don't like. I personally don't like two different types of foundation finishes. I don't like a sucking the life out of you matte foundation. I can't do that, but I can still make it work because I can mix it with a lotion, a face cream, or some sort of glowy type of product, and I can make that work. But the one that I really can't make it work because it's gonna really be bad is a very dewy foundation. Cannot do it, cannot do it, cannot do it. It is going to break apart on my face. I have oily skin. Actually, my skin is starting to turn into normal skin because of certain skincare I've been using, but still gets oily, and I don't like a true like oily skin type of finish. My skin's already oily. Can you imagine? Yeah. I could be used as one of those reflectors. You know how like in the old Egyptian times they used to use mirrors to kind of light the room with the sun? I could do that. I could be that person in the car and you're looking and you're like, what is that glare? Yeah, that's my face. That is my face. Question number two, the worst mascara you've ever tried. Honestly, oh yes, I do know, and I know that she said this one too, but it honestly is. I'm sorry. And I know I've mentioned this in another video, and I said in that video, if your panties get in a bunch, I'm sorry. And somebody actually commented and said my panties got bunched. So before I mention this mascara, don't wear panties or wear a tanga so it's already bunched up and you don't gotta worry about it. That is the Maybelline one, that green and pink one. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. That does absolutely nothing. I don't know. I know if it works for you, that's amazing, because that really is amazing, because that mascara is just terrible. I don't understand how Maybelline, because Maybelline is my favorite mascara brand at the drugstore, and I don't understand how they've gotten rid of such amazing mascaras, but they still have that one. All right, question number three. One thing you tried once and then thrown it away. The most recent thing, but I didn't throw it away because I'm going to give it to Drea. Hopefully it'll work for Drea. Hold on, I have it here because I'm giving this to Drea because I have a feeling it'll work for her. It just, oh my gosh, it's too much for me. This is the Becca Evermatte Poreless Priming Perfector Base. It's this. Oh my word. This, if you want this to suck the oily soul out of you, this is going to be it. I couldn't do it. I just could not do it. It is way too mattifying, and I think that's going to work for Drea for the summer. So I literally used it once, and that's all it took. One time, one use. I had to take my whole face off because I did not like it. I didn't even like the feeling of it on my skin because you could see that it really sucked everything out. But I think it'll work for Drea because she has very oily skin. I'm going to end up sending it to her and hopefully she'll like it. But that's the most recent thing that I've tried that I've used once, and I didn't technically throw it away. I just put it to the side for her. Question four, the most boring eyeshadow palette you own. Oh my word. Oh, I have it. Hold on. Okay, so here it is. It is boring. If you see it, it's truly boring, but I can't get rid of it because I love it for that natural day where I still want to use eyeshadow, but I don't want to be all done up and I'm barely putting any face products on, complexion products, and this just works for me. This is the Smashbox Cover Shot Soft Lights Eyeshadow. This is the most boring eyeshadow I own. Look at this. Yeah. You guys have seen my eyeshadows, at least on camera. Not the collection yet, I don't think at this point, but this is boring. It is boring. You look at it and you're like, Alex, why do you even have this? I know, but I've used this so many times, you guys. It's not even funny. I really like how it looks on the eye, so that's why I've kept it, but this is truly the most boring eyeshadow I own. Question five, a makeup trend you think is boring and want to go away. That I find that it's boring. What do I find that's boring? I find things that are not appealing, don't look nice, but as far as it's being boring, I don't like to do my brows. I think that's boring. I think boring. Yeah, I would say doing the brows is one of the most boring thing. I could probably get away with not filling in my brows and still looking decent, but I know a lot cannot. So I know that's a necessity for some, but I think because I have such full brows and I don't need too much filling in, I think that's boring. Question number 6. The worst liquid lipstick you have ever tried. I think that it was the original ColourPop liquid lipsticks. They were terrible. And I remember I think it was my mother who purchased them, and they were just absolutely terrible. They would flake off your lips, they would separate, they just did not apply correctly. And the good thing is they did rectify it, but I think the original ColourPop matte liquid lipsticks were just horrendous. They were horrendous. If you wanted to piss off your enemy, or you wanted to make amends with someone that you did not like and you sent them one of those, yeah. Question number 7. What color do you think is the most boring one? Gray. I think gray is so blah. I like gray to mix it with other colors to make new ones, but I think gray is so boring. It is gray. And me saying that, my whole house walls are all different shades of gray, but that's different. I mean, as far as my eye looks, as far as my clothing, accessories, that kind of stuff, I think gray. I think gray is very, very boring. The most that I have in gray is sweatpants, because that's what gray comes in. It's very few and far between the gray things that I have. Anything that is gray in my wardrobe is like staple stuff, like t-shirts, sweatpants, that kind of stuff. But dressy shirts like this, I know my bra keeps popping out, but dressy shirts like this, I don't like gray. I think gray is so boring. 8. What brand do you think coming out with the most boring thing? What brand do you think coming out with the most boring things? Oh, it depends. See, everyone's take is gonna be different because it depends on your taste. Because I think like Glossier is boring to me because it's just natural stuff, like barely their makeup. It doesn't have much color. So I think they're boring, but I know to some that they're a fan of it because it's like a no fuss type of makeup brand. As far as mainstream ones, The Balm has been boring for me lately. Benefit has been boring for me lately. And that's because most of these brands don't come out with fun eyeshadow palettes. So they're boring to me. There's a few. I did the top 5, bottom 5. I'll link it up there so you can see my bottom 5. Morphe's another one that I find it's starting to pick up, but they're still doing that brown poop. And I don't mind the brown poop, but not when you're constantly pooping. Question number 9. Which step in your makeup routine is the most boring one? My brow. My brow. My brows. And the last question, 10. If you had to choose between a good base and a bad look, or a bad base and a good look. I always have found that if you have a nice complexion, it doesn't matter what you put on your eyes, it's going to look nice. Your eyeshadow could look amazing, but if you have a blotchy foundation, terrible bronzing, patchy blush, you're just going to, like, your base needs to at least look decent in order for everything else to look decent. It's the same concept as if you're having a beautiful dress on, you're all decked out, but you have the wrong bra on. Nobody's going to notice the dress, they're going to notice your bra. That's the same concept. If you're not really fully nice, like, you don't have to have a perfect complexion. It's just your base has to look nice in order for your eyeshadow to look nice. So I'd say a good base and a terrible eyeshadow, because I can work with that. I can work with that. All right, you guys, so that's it. Quick 10 questions. I thought it was fun, you know, being a little bit sassy. Sometimes it's nice to be sassy. If you guys want to do this tag, let me know in the comment section. You guys are all tagged, and while you're still here, click on over to this video right over here, and you can hear me chit-chat more about makeup stuff, I'm pretty sure. So I'll catch you guys in that video. Until then, bye, guys.